welcome to the Grizzled Survivor Show. And where the hell are we? Well, we are in a town called Platteville. And why is Platteville important? It's really not in the grand scheme of things. It's this little farm community out here in the middle of nowhere. But you see that over there, folks? That is a power plant. And you notice it kind of looks a lot like Chernobyl, even more so than the Cherokee Station does. And that's because that actually used to be a nuclear power plant over there. And it's now been converted into a steam plant. And so I try to get as close as I can. We're going to head down the road a little bit and see if I can't pull up like closer to the power plant. I just got off on this little dirt road here, which is kind of cool because there's like this abandoned barn over there. I mean, it's not abandoned, it's on someone's property, and they got all these horses and stuff. The thing about Platteville is it's really humid, and it's also very hot today. And so it probably isn't going to be very long of an episode this time around, but maybe in the fall we'll come up here and get a little bit better video. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but flying over those trees there is an eagle, a bald eagle. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Yeah, I'm taping this on the 4th. So let's get out of this little podunk area here. We're going to turn around. Here we are a little bit further down the main road there, but what I mainly wanted to stop and show you guys is over here. You're going to see a familiar sight, but it looks completely different up here. This down there is the Platte River. Look at that nasty slime down there. That's fucking disturbing. All right, yeah, I had to get pictures of that for the Instagram. That's like a sludge pond. Yeah, there wasn't really anywhere to park. I'd park up on the roadway, but I think we'll be okay for the 2 minutes we're going to be out here. Yeah, look at the Platte River up here. It's pristine. It's gorgeous. There's not needles and fucking garbage floating in it. The thing is about up here is like so much of this is private property. It's not like the city where you can fairly easily get next to the river. I mean, look at that. Pop across the road real fast while we have a chance. I mean, you could pretty easily just hop down there, but I mean, where are you going to go? Across the sandbar? There was a big ass bird flying down here, but I don't see him anymore. I mean, look how beautiful this is, though. Okay, let's cross back across the road and continue to see if we can't get closer to the power plant. And we're obviously coming back up here. As I said, this is kind of a preliminary. Now that I have a car, I can do a lot more exploring. It's just a matter of getting out there and doing it. I mean, the water even smells fresher up here. It smells like an actual river. Like when you're in the forest and you can, you smell that water and the life that's coming out of the river. I mean, like you can just, the river smells alive. It doesn't smell like garbage. All right, let's, even with that toxic waste puddle down there, let's say goodbye to that. Yucky. But I mean, come on, we've seen far worse in the city, huh? I don't know about that. That's pretty fucking algaed out. Down there in that field's like an abandoned little stable. And there's some oil derricks and stuff over there. All right, and then the power plant is on the other side of those trees right down there. We're actually fairly close to it. I wonder if there's like a road that goes down in front of it. Let's check it out. I think I found the road that goes down by the power plant here. There it is down there, looking like a Chernobyl Mark II there. Let's get some pictures for the Insta. So we're going to hang a right on this road, and we're going to go down there, and we're going to see what we can find. Alright, so there's Platteville Station there. I don't know, it looks like we can get a bit closer to it, and so we'll give it a shot. And then over there's like a farm. You can see we're like literally in the middle of nowhere up here. And it's very hot. There's no cover or anything. So we're not going to hang out here too long, but you can see it there. Let's go down one more street and see if we can figure out a stop off I could find on the road. We're by these oil things here. There's some sort of like steel work or foundry off in the distance there, but here is the power plant. A little bit of a better view of it there. Pardon me, because I'm also doing footage for the Instagram account. Let's zoom out too. I think I'm zoomed in really far, so we're still kind of far away from it, but you can see we're getting closer to it there. And that used to be a nuclear power plant. And then here you can see we're like literally in the middle of nowhere. We've left Denver far behind us. Here's that foundry building I was talking about. I don't know if you can see it very well. You can kind of see the smokestacks from it there. I think this is about as close as we're going to get to it, folks. Here it is. Out here in the middle of the wasteland here, you have this former nuclear power plant that's now a steam plant, as far as I know. You can see the power lines come out and just go for miles. There's a good view of the smokestacks, and then over there's like some vent things. Like we've seen those by various power plants, Cherokee Station and Platte River Station. And it looks like a big gigantic fan from an air turbine laying over there. So we'll go up the road a little bit more. I see it kind of curves off, and once it curves, we're just gonna go back. So here it is. It's called Fort St. Vrain Generating Station. And here we are kind of like outside of it here. There's those big steam things that we saw. But I wanted to kind of get a good picture of this fan blade over here in this weird old church-looking building. I'm not sure what it is now. As you can see, and I don't really want to go snooping because there's a car here, but if you look, it's like an old building. Like an old church-looking building, see? And there's a car here. It's just very weird. Anyway, let's get some pictures of this fan blade here. See, this thing is huge. And that's on one of those big windmills you see. Pretty sure this is one of the blades off of it. There's lots of bees flying around. And there's the generating station over there, the power plant as we call it. And it does look like something out of Stalker. I mean, this whole environment. So we'll go around the corner and then we'll turn around and go home. Maybe I can get a better angle of the power plant from around the corner. There's this big steam vents, I want to say. I'm not sure what those are. And then there's some smokestacks here. Yeah, that's like some weird, it looks like an old church or an old fort. Really like to investigate it further, but I don't like the fact there's someone parked here, so. Up here in a town like Platteville, the people have nothing to do, and they're not used to seeing people wandering around, so they'll definitely call the authorities on the power plant. And I think this is where we're going to cut it off, because as you can see, they have all sorts of cameras and other things around here. But, yeah, this is the power plant. You can see it over there. And this used to be a nuclear power plant at one point in its life, but it's not anymore. And so yeah, this is just a short little episode. Thanks for joining us today, and As we're
survival,
leaving,
everyone.
we'll just do a quick drive-by, and I'll explain why I cut that episode off there so abruptly. On top of that hill were about 7 security guards staring right at me, waiting for me to go right past that no trespassing sign, and I wasn't really willing to do so, and I didn't want to be hanging out because I could see some of them milling towards the security vehicle, and so I just wanted to get the hell out of there. But that's why the episode ended so abruptly. We will be back up here when the weather is not 100 degrees, and we'll see more of this station. But thanks for joining me today, guys. And as always, happy survival and happy Independence Day if you're in the States.